as you can probably tell by the boxes behind me here, I am going to be moving. And nothing irks me more than moving with projects. I don't want to move with like half finished stuff, right? So I'm going to bring you guys along with me to go through my upcycle pile, and we are going to do all the alterations that we need, and that way I don't have any alterations I need to do when I get home. And I definitely have a thrifting problem, so we got a big pile to go through, so let's just get into it. Victim number one is this blue dress that I got from a vintage store. I just don't love how it's kind of like loose there. It like wants to be an empire waist, but it's not. So we're just gonna add some lines of shirring. First, I'm just marking like where I want the shirring to go, and then I'm going to remove the elastic that is currently in there. It was like super blown out anyways, so I just seam ripped it out. And that kind of messed up how it looks along the seam, so I just had to re-serge it. And now to wind my elastic thread, and I kind of just sent it. I just did as much shirring as I felt looked fine. So I just held up to my body to make sure that like I thought it was looking fine, but obviously we have to reattach that lace there because when I seam ripped the elastic off, it took the lace off with it. So I just sewed that back on, and I kind of wish I put it in a different spot, but I didn't. But here's the reveal. And it fits perfectly. This is exactly what I wanted. I wish I moved the lace up top, but like whatever, maybe in the future I'll fix it. But that's the before and after, and I'm so happy with it. Now I can actually like wear it. It's giving less nightgown. This is our next project. This is just a dress that I thrifted. It's just got a hole in it, so I'm not even gonna show you the after of it because like it literally just patching up the hole. I decided to re-go over all the seams just because they were done so poorly. Obviously, like I thrifted it from Zara, so like it's not the nicest. So I just went over all the seams with a regular straight stitch and then went over the hole with a serge to get rid of it, and it was good as new. Next project is this bad boy, which we just need to make the straps a little shorter. It has like 2 straps with it, so I'm gonna make one strap a little shorter so that way the other one kind of like drapes down all cutesy. So first I had to take off the straps there and find their new placement, and I just sewed those in place, cut off the excess, and there you have it, before and after. I don't have to hold it up anymore. This one was a super easy project. I just needed to add an elastic band in it because the old one was like blown out or whatever. Like there was an elastic in there, but it wasn't doing anything clearly. So we're gonna have to seam rip it open. My original plan was to open up it and pull out the old elastic, but the old elastic was like sewn in there and it would have just been so much effort. So I just measured a new elastic and I just put it in there with the old one, making sure I can take it off and on, you know, and I just threaded it through. Give it a quick sew to close the elastic up, and let's do a quick try on. And now it stays on. It would have been better if I took out the old elastic. It just like would have taken so much longer to do that, and the fabric was so fragile too. So then I just closed the hole and it's good to go. Here is our before and after. And our pile is getting lower, so let's keep these good vibes going. This dress, which I thrifted forever ago, but the strap is broken, so we have to fix it. But also I ended up like kind of taking this a different direction because I just didn't love how it was fitting. It was giving too much nightgown, which obviously is a nightgown, but like I want to be able to wear my nightgowns out because duh. I kind of just messed around with the straps for a bit, saw like what I liked, see if I could do something else to like make it more evening-y. I liked this, but it made the back pucker up too much, so I switched to the front and it still kind of puckers up like that in the middle, so I'm going to sew that together, which I feel like is kind of giving like evening dress vibes. I mean, it still kind of looks like a lingerie dress, but like, you know, it also kind of looks like not a lingerie dress, you know, you feel me? So I put it on backwards, pinned it in place, and just sewed a straight stitch down the middle, and I was actually like pleasantly surprised with how this turned out, and I think I'm gonna wear it all the time. And there's the before and after. It fits like a glove now. It looks gorgeous. Like the straps are in way better attached now. Next victim is this bad boy, which I thrifted. It's just too big. It's just like a size or two too big. And we're gonna change the laces because I think that's ugly, the lace thingy. So I'm just putting on my body and marking how much I need to take off from it. And then I'm marking in 1/2 inch away for seam allowance. And then I'm gonna cut along that 1/2 inch line that I made. And because it laces up in the front, I'm just gonna sew them together. Like, I'm just gonna ignore the zipper. I thought about reattaching the zipper, but I was like, there's really no point because I can just lace it up like a corset. So like, it would be easier with the zipper, but like, I don't know. It's fine. I can still attach it just by using the corset. So then I just rethreaded it with this ribbon here, which this is the only ribbon that like I had on hand. I probably would use like a more, I don't know, me colored ribbon, like something like white. I feel like white would probably be cuter, or like a lace one, but it works. It does the job. Next are these pants that, well, like they were pants, but I had to use the fabric for like a school project, so I cut the fabric off. So let's just turn the rest of them into shorts. So trim off that excess there. These are 100% linen that I thrifted. I'm happy with the length. Just gonna serge it and hem it just by turning it upwards. And yeah, pretty simple one. And there we go. I think I might dye them in the future, but like, I don't know. Next is this nightgown. This one, I was gonna do something crazier with it, but I decided just to add one simple line of shirring, possibly because I ran out of elastic thread. So we just did one line of shirring. Maybe I'll go back in and add more one day, but I think it's cuter. Like, it's not the cutest, but it's cuter. It fits nicer. It's got like the cute little empire waist, which I love. We only have one more upcycle fix. Oh, I just remember that I bought more things. Oh, okay, hold on. Like I said, I have a problem. So these are a couple more thrifted things I need to fix. This dress is just too loose and I don't like a halter top. So I'm going to sew the straps, not a halter top, put it on backwards, pinned where I want it to sew, you know, making it snatched. And I just sewed along there. Y'all, I think I took it in a little too much, but I can breathe in it, so that's fine. But I didn't mean to snatch myself this much. I'm going to leave the extra fabric and not cut it off just in case, like, you know, weight fluctuates. That way in the future, you see my underwear like this? Don't look. Because like weight fluctuates, so that way I can like make it bigger. If I ever need to make it bigger, it'll be super easy. Okay, so next step, I just pin them in place. But we're going to turn the halter top into not a halter top. Because I just don't really like halter tops. They like hurt the armpits, you know? So true, Pastor Ryan. So I just sewed those in place. I'm not going to show you another after. It looks the exact same except without it being pinned in place. So yeah. Next up is this blouse that I just recently thrifted. It's so gorgeous. It's like a pale blue with lace, but I don't love how like those chunky sleeves are, so I took them off. We're also going to sew the collar down and snatch it. So first I'm going to take off the other sleeve, and I'm going to use the sleeves to make like ribbons or straps, if you will, to use as like, I don't know, to snatch it. First we just need to finish the armholes because obviously I cut the sleeves off, so I just serged around the armholes and then hemmed it just by turning it inward and sewing it. That way you just don't see that like raw edge there. And here we have the sleeves. I'm going to cut the cuffs off and save them for later, and I'm opening them up because they're not like long enough and I need two separate ribbons that are like long, so I just cut off all that like top business there, cut it in half once again, hot dog wise, and we're going to sew them together to create one long strip. And from there I just folded it in half hot dog wise and sewed along it to make a long strip of fabric, serged it, and then we just need to turn it inside out, and you will see that we've turned the sleeves into each of their own little ribbons. Did that with the other sleeve, and now I have two of them. Now I'm going to attach this on either side of the button up, but first we need to open up little holes to put them in. So I'm just using my friction erasable marker and making little markings of where I want the ties to go. And I'm going to seam rip just a hole wide enough to fit in that ribbon that we made into, if that makes any sense. So then I just put the ribbon in that little hole there, and I re-sewed it and re-serged it, which cut off the excess. And the ribbons are now attached, which means I can snatch it. And I just pinned the collar down like where I want it, so that way I don't have to like keep it there. And I just did a little stay stitch. I don't know what you call it. Anyways, and there she is. And I know you're thinking, oh, what'd you do with the cuffs? Boom, turned it into a cute collar. I didn't film it because I was on the phone with my little sister, and yeah. which I'm obsessed with it. I can wear it with the top or without the top, you know. Okay, next up is this Canada Day shirt that I thrifted. I want to cover up the Canada Day stuff and put these little guys on it that I thrifted those literally forever ago. I think they're meant to be like, you make like stuffed animals out of them. I'm not really sure. So I cut them out and I placed them on the shirt in a way that kind of made them look like they were like maybe holding hands or something. I don't know. And I pinned them there and I just zigzag stitched around the entirety of it, hopefully to like avoid praying, you know, like I did like a pretty not wide zigzag stitch, if that makes any sense. And lint rolled it, got all the extra stuff off it, and there you have it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and follow me on Instagram or TikTok if you want to see more content of me. I post more on there obviously because it's just like short little videos. Please hit subscribe if you enjoyed and want to see more of my content, and I will see you in the next video.